Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO Harry Potter years 5 through 7. Let's continue the story. So the countdown has begun. There should be now only 5 more recordings of this. 5 more levels, 5 more recordings of stuttering. I don't know if we're going to really spend too much time in this final section even walking between like open world sections. We may literally just get jumped into the next level from the previous level. So here Harry seems to be getting a vision of a guy that looks kind of like Dumbledore, and that's the dark looking water. So now he knows what the next piece is, just magically. Bad writing, really. They've really just been handed, at least in the video game. Maybe there's a smoother transition there in the books, but as far as the video game, they're just being handed what they need to know for their next mission. And it would have been easier just to say the paper is magical and it will show you what you need to collect after you've collected the previous thing. And then that would help quite a bit. You could even do a joke there where the thing they need to collect at the very end was right next to the thing that they collected first. But this is such a magical world anyways, I would imagine. If I was in it, I would be trying to have as much cake and eat it too. So I would grab every single magical item I could find and just be like, yeah, I'm keeping that. I'm gonna have that too. That might come in handy someday. So I would need Hermione's bag there just so I can fill it with stuff. I guess I kind of most relate to Hermione and feel like I've said it before, but I feel like she should have been the main character of the story, and you could have probably gotten rid of Harry and Ron as the ever hanging on characters. Maybe have them show up every now and then, but LEGO games I don't feel need to be co-op by default. Or at the very least when you're playing in first player, I don't need a second character wandering around. I'd rather it be that the one character that you're playing has twice as many abilities. But then that's not really with the LEGO mentality here, in which you're trying to sell minifigs. And so this path clicks right back up here to this open world section. So this open world section really does not connect at all to Hogwarts. You just magically transport yourself to Hogwarts and magically transport yourself away from Hogwarts. They didn't bother to put a gate, a doorway, a path. Now I assume it's true in the story they had the magical ability to teleport themselves all over the place. If that just got added to the game because they were lazy, then that's kind of a huge betrayal of the story and a lazy video game developing. So we've been here, but we've got bad guys everywhere. So what are we trying to do? Are we fighting or are we escaping? Seems like these bad guys are infinite. Again, I'm happy that they're wearing just regular clothes instead of the uniforms. I never went to a school that required a uniform. I would definitely not have thrived in a school that required a uniform, and I would have not been able to tell half of my schoolmates apart from each other in a uniform. I suspect I may suffer from some small form of face blindness. But that doesn't make any sense to you. So here's like a very interesting looking wood chipper made out of Lego bricks. See, if that was something they sold, which it might be something to sell, I would buy that. Because of the mechanics and the gears in it. I think I'd kind of require it to come with a couple minifigs or a tree or something. I don't know if Lego's ever done like a professions line in general. They certainly... Lego Ideas had women in science as a series. It's going out of production pretty soon here. They only, and that's Lego Ideas, so that was a normal person made a suggestion and enough normal people voted it up. That's what Lego Ideas is. It's kind of like a Kickstarter for Lego things, but it only works moderately well because Lego won't take any ideas that have anything to do with license. So if you go in there and say, I want this Star Wars set, this Harry Potter set, you're just probably lowering the chance of ever seeing a set anywhere like it. And if you go in there and suggest like something that they don't have a license for, it's probably not going to happen. So they really want you to suggest new, unique ideas, not homages to existing things. For instance, a Lego Nintendo Entertainment System would probably never get approved because they haven't done any Nintendo Lego things at all. They don't have really a relationship with Nintendo. But if you do want a Lego Nintendo Entertainment System, there is a website out there that sells it for a pretty high price. And what that guy does is he buys the pieces himself and adds like a couple custom stickers that he has printed up, and then sells it as a kit. And I think he sells it both ways, as a completed thing or as a put it together yourself. And those are called the My Own Creations. This year's this season's Lego idea that succeeded was a fishing shack, which everybody thought had too many pieces and would never get approved, and it somehow got approved. Oh, so this is like Dumbledore's brother? Again, why not just have it be Dumbledore? And there's my parents, I think. And where does this sneaky place lead off to? It sneaks him back into Hogwarts, which apparently Dumbledore's army here has been still messing around and hiding in the school. I guess maybe at some point they evacuated the place and people chose not to leave. That's the best I can figure. So we're now waking up the troops. So we still haven't started the level. There is more of these instances, which I guess is fine, but why these aren't levels themselves makes no sense. And that's why they eventually I like that they say hi and wave and all, but they say it too often, so it's just like, huh? And then they wave and clap and they wave and they jump and they dance, and it's just too much too fast. Like, can't they stand around and do nothing for a short second? At least? But yeah, I guess future Lego games, they finally decide to make the levels longer and break them up into Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, and then they can get rid of the instances for the most part. that happen in between the story. And they still have a few free play puzzles and such. That's not what I mean, that they should get rid of all the free play elements. If anything, they should try to make it all free play, but that probably is not actually possible. But stuff that, when you're playing in story mode, everything that happens in story mode should be a level. Until you've finished the game completely. Until you've unlocked free play mode. All that should be story. If I missed, for instance, this instance, if there was a bug, and there have been bugs recording where I've lost footage, I almost have to start from scratch. Just start the game, start a new game, and run all the way to this point. We're 3, maybe 4 levels away from finishing the whole game. So I'd have to basically play the whole game through a second time. So this guy takes over the school, I guess, and he's saying, "Where's Harry Potter?" See, why are all these people going to dress in black? You're really hurting your argument. Propaganda means something, and unless you're trying to terrify people into submission, dressing in black is not a good idea. Alright, so another one of these duels. Been far too many of these. Who is this guy? Is this the wolf guy, or is this just yet another lackey that is working with Voldemort? I don't even know why these people would work with Voldemort, because we never even get what their idea is. I think it has to do with them taking over the human Muggle world. I keep saying human, like the wizards aren't human. I'm not certain that they aren't human. Wizards may be a completely different species. So that's one fight, and now he's surrounded by purple objects, which means he's going to throw a bunch of purple objects at me. And see, we can also tell that that's the case because of the fact that there's... So we could go ahead and get all of these. I got True Wizard, which tells me that this level is just this fight, nothing more. Because we just started this level and we're about to finish it. So why wasn't waking up the students part of the level? Why not have the True Wizard indicator there? Darn it, I missed it. I was talking too much and lagging too much. Who's this teacher, by the way? Let's see, McGonagall? I missed it again, darn it. Darn my curiosity about who the characters are. And since we're not going to go to free play, I'm not going to have the opportunity to know a lot of things here. Like, I'm not going to be able to see, like, here's the appropriate thing. Do we do him versus the Half-Blood Prince again, or do you do the teacher adult against the other adults? The right way would be to do this. This would make more sense. But even if Harry Potter is a special child, it's, generally speaking, every adult's duty to protect a child, regardless. So here would be a good opportunity to put some story in the gameplay and have her defeated, have it so she has to be defeated, and then Harry has to jump in and save the day. But it doesn't work that way. And I'm sure in the movie it was Harry against him. And Voldemort shows up again. Magicamole. And see, so this lady also is just another character who could easily be Dumbledore. And sure, you could still have Dumbledore die, but have him die right here near the final battle, instead of having him die 3 books earlier. It's pretty obvious to me, just as an observer. J.K. Rowling wanted to stretch out the story. I mean, the Deadly Hallows being part 1 and part 2 of a giant book series, she just wanted to stretch it out and stretch it out. Honestly, if she had said that the Half-Blood Prince was going to be the end of the Harry Potter series, and potentially killed off even Harry Potter at that, and then written 4 more books that had Hermione and Ron carrying on the fight from that point and fighting Voldemort, she could have taken more time to write that and spun it around. Sadly, it doesn't happen that way, and so then Harry Potter's story kind of just pitters out. He just goes on to live happily ever after. So there's not even a great tragedy or heroic actions. I mean, he does fight Voldemort, of course, but there's no real, like, dramatic twist there at the end. Like, there's really no dramatic twist, or actually any twisting, as the game is getting worse and worse as we continue to spin the simple gold bricks. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. I hope that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.